What's going on, everybody? JT here, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon Go, and today we are going to be doing a ton of raids. And I'm going to be doing these raids with Ivan. Hi, buddy. How you doing?
Hi, hello.
Yeah. We're going to do as many as possible, as usual. We're going to do a ton of them, but now we have shiny chances. Plus, I got that 98% yesterday, which makes me super happy for Reshiram, so we're going to have a good day. And hopefully one of us will get a shiny real soon. We're actually doing a Latios first off, so let's see what happens. And the first Latios is down. I believe we want 2178, I believe is the hundo, but I got a 31, so that's really bad. But Frankie's here, so we got some friendship with him. Let's see, is it shiny? No, not the shiny start off with me. What about you, Ivan? Any shinies? No, and no. Nope, no it isn't. All right. So far we're not getting anything from the raids, but of course, we just get a random shiny Makuhita. Pretty down with that. I mean, you know, definitely don't need this. I got the complete set back when they were first released, but it's always a fun shiny to run into. Do you have many of these, Ive?
Which one?
Makuhita.
I have the full set.
Right on, yeah, it's good. I like Hariyama. I think the big purple gloves look great.
Oh yeah, they do.
Right, and then, I kind of wish that it were useful. Like, there's a lot of Pokemon on this game that aren't really that useful.
I mean, if it's good.
Yeah, I mean, this one's 11, 11, 11, so not great, but kind of cool. We've just completed our final raid of the day. Not a single shiny for any of us in the car here, except for one person on their alternate account. Well, not their alt account, their friend's account, but it's ridiculous. Did you guys get a good one?
About to find out.
About to find out, hopefully. I got a big white screen, and then mine is a 2832. 26. It's a bad. 26, what about you?
62.
62? Yeah. Not great, but what can you do? Now that we're done with all those raids, we're gonna go back inside and talk about GoFest. But before we do that, Ivan, buddy old pal, do you think that this Spindaquest right here is going to be shiny?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling too. Probably not. Hey, you were right! Good for you. Well, on that note, time to talk about GoFest. And we're back in the house, but I have a little admission to you guys. It's actually the next day. You see, I got home and pretty much passed out. I was very, very tired, but that's fine because when I was eating lunch today, I got a shiny Onix, which is cool. You know, I definitely didn't need it. I have a ton of these, and they're pretty decently common shinies, but it's still cool to get it, you know, a shiny a day, you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that. I mean, it could have been worse, right? It could have been like a Chikorita or something horrible, like a Slakoth. So all in all, very happy with it. It's got bad IVs, but whatever. I don't really get good shinies hardly ever, so I wasn't too surprised. I will say that it's actually pretty good that I waited until the next day to record this because, as you can see right here, we can buy the tickets now. They're actually in the shop. I was gonna actually talk about this Blue Pass and being like, well, it's probably a GoFest ticket. Turns out it is, so that's exciting. It's gonna cost you $14.99 and you get access for the 25th and the 26th. And it's actually cool because there's gonna have different things on different days for this event, which is really neat. I thought it was just gonna be 2 days of GoFest, good spawns and such. it's actually going to be different. So let's dive into those. Let's start off with day number 1, which is on July 25th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. your local time, and it's going to be pretty interesting. Starting with, there's going to be a special research on day 1 alone. If you do not play at all on day 1 and you have a ticket, you're going to miss the special research, and we don't know what's going to have in it, so I would highly recommend that you at least log in. If you can't play for the day, log in for a second and grab it, because once you have it, it's permanently on your account. It will not go away, and honestly, usually when a GoFest ends and you haven't completed your task, they usually ramp it way down to make it a lot easier for you guys to finish it. There's also going to be 5 rotating habitats during this time. So it's going to be fire, water, grass, battle, and friendship. And these will be for 1 hour for each of these events. So maybe it'll go start off with fire, then water, then grass, then battle, then friendship, and then repeat. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, fire, water, grass, pretty simple what those are going to be, so that's kind of cool. I mean, there's nothing too exciting in there, but maybe there'll be some cool stuff they throw in. And then battle is interesting. I'm assuming that's going to be like Go Battle League Pokemon, but nonetheless, pretty cool. And then friendship. There's a lot of Pokemon out there that require friendship in order to evolve, so maybe stuff like that. Maybe Zubats will be showing up, because technically, in order to evolve a Crobat, you actually technically had to have good, lovey friendship with it in the main series games, so maybe we'll see a lot of Zubats during that time. That would be pretty cool. Also, during each hour, there's going to be collaborative challenges that you and other trainers have to work together to achieve. As you can see from the picture here, it says send 100,000 gifts to friends, and you have a whole hour to complete it, and this one gives you gifts may contain rare candies, so that's cool. Lord knows how many there's going to be, hopefully more than just one, but yeah, that's actually kind of fun. So during each hour while you're catching stuff, maybe you have to send a lot of gifts too. It's pretty fun, and honestly, 100,000 is not a lot. I mean, there's millions of people that play this game. Odds are you guys are going to complete these super fast, but it's kind of fun because, I mean, during this time, we're not really supposed to be hanging out too close with a lot of people, so this is still a fun way to kind of work together with people even though we can't be next to them. Now, let's talk about day 2, because this one is weird. It says that it starts on July 26th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. your local time. Trainers will enjoy something very different. We want day 2 experience to be a surprise, so ticket holders will learn what we have in store that very day. There will also be another special research story for trainers to enjoy. Boy, I have no idea what that means. I mean, obviously having another special research is cool, and I would highly think that there's going to be a mythical in there. I mean, that's been the theme. We got Celebi, we got Jirachi from the other ones. I could see us getting maybe Shaman or Manaphy. Those are Gen 4 mythicals, so I could see that, but yeah, what else do they have in store? I am very interested to know. But wait, there's more. You see, on PokemonCenter.com, the online store, you can buy yourself a GoFest t-shirt. It doesn't matter if you have a GoFest ticket or not. You can buy it in the store regardless. And it's a good design. The only downside is it only comes in red, but I'm Team Valor, so that doesn't really bother me too much. It's a nice Valor shirt, though I am interested why there isn't a yellow and a blue one available as well. But, hey, not gonna complain. Again, JT Valor? Valor? Red? I'm down with it. Niantic is also doing something really cool. Let me just read it here. We'll be donating Niantic proceeds from GoFest ticket sales, committing a minimum of $5 million. Half the proceeds donated will be used to fund new projects from Black gaming and AR creators that can live on the Niantic platform, with the goal of increasing content that represents a more diverse view of the world. The other half will go to the US nonprofit organizations that are helping local communities rebuild. That's actually really cool. And another really cool thing is that the Pokemon company itself is matching that as well, or at least they said they would also do a minimum of $5 million as well, so that's pretty incredible, and it's really cool to see. Now that we've gone over the entire article, let's dive into the poster they released, because there's some pretty juicy things in there that I want to go over real quick. And here's the poster, and yeah, there's some cool stuff in here. Let's just take a look. As you can see here, we have an Alolan Exeggutor, which means these will probably be spawning quite a bit. I mean, there is a grass hour, so I could totally see that, and they have high shiny rates, though it's a GoFest, so I'm sure they'll have higher shiny rates, so expect to see a few of those walking around. Good luck on getting the shiny. We also have Charizard up here, which, I mean, obviously is probably going to be happening during the fire hour. Now, obviously, maybe this means just Charmanders, because they've shown, like, Salamances in the past and stuff like that with other GoFests, but they never really had them spawning. But we have had raid times where there's been shiny Charizards. Maybe we'll get lucky and have wild shiny Charizards in here. Again, speculation, I have nothing to confirm there. But let's move on to this Snorlax here. I don't know which one of the hours this will be a part of, but as you can see, he's sleeping here, and we have had the sleeping Snorlax before. Maybe just maybe, this might be our new shiny, because out of everything on this poster, besides one other Pokemon that we'll get to in a second, this is one of them that isn't shiny yet in the game. So, that'd be cool. Just imagine as you're going about GoFest, there's sleeping Snorlaxes, and you could run into a possible shiny one. I'd be down. They're meta relevant, like they're good as gym defenders, and they're good in PvP, specifically for the Ultra League. They're pretty good in there. I don't know about Master League. I never did too well with them, but I did see some people that did okay with them. But let's move on to the next Pokemon here. We've got, let's do Eevee and the Pikachu. I see these during the, friendship, and I would expect these to have something. But probably during this friendship hour, we're going to have ourselves Eevees and Pikachus, maybe with flower crowns, or maybe they'll have something else for them. We got ourselves Chinchou here. This is going to be probably during the water time. I'm down with that. Looks cool. I mean, I like Chinchou quite a bit, so that's pretty cool. It's got a nice shiny to it. We also have ourselves a Zangoose and a Seviper all the way back here. Kind of cool. They both have shinies. Maybe they'll both be showing up at the same time. I know some people were kind of annoyed that they didn't get the Zangoose during the Hoenn celebration or the Hoenn throwback challenge, so might be your good chance to get yourself a blue Zangoose or a green Seviper if you need that. And then as you can see between the Pikachu and Eevee here, we have Gibble. One of the most coveted shinies that people want in this game. And I, for one, am totally down. I would love it. Just seeing Gibbles everywhere and just with a high shiny chance, way better than a community day in my opinion. I think that is so cool. Hopefully they will be very common. I don't know which hour it would be a part of. Maybe the battle hour, but yeah. I hope. I really cannot wait for it. But now let's move on to Unknown up here. This is an Unknown Y. This could possibly also be our other shiny that's introduced. Or instead of Snorlax, maybe they do Unknown. I mean, during the Ultra Unlocks, you could get yourself Unknowns out of 10km eggs. This is the first time they really distributed Unknowns outside of a GoFest or a Safari Zone. Or possibly finding one in the wild, which is incredibly rare to do. But yeah, just think about it. There could be shiny Unknowns, and they're decent shinies. They're blue. Looks cool. I mean, it would give me something fun to do, like whenever there's more GoFests and more Safari Zones, because then Unknowns are going to show up, and you have a chance of getting shiny Unknowns from that. Sounds awesome. And then the last thing I want to show you here is there's a Team Rocket balloon right there. Maybe they'll have something to do with it. I mean, they really didn't have much to do with any of the other GoFests, but they kind of showed up. That's usually when they were being teased, so Team Go Rocket hasn't had a major role in any big live event like this, so maybe we will get Shadow Pokemon as well. Maybe there will be brand new shiny Shadow Pokemon. It has been a long time since I've had to hunt for those, and I, quite frankly, wouldn't mind hunting for those. It's been a while, It's been a nice break, a nice relaxing time where I don't have to spend a lot of money trying to hunt these things. I think it would be cool to get back in the saddle and fight these things again, and who knows? Maybe they'll have some really cool shiny shadows. I'd be totally down for it. Now that we're done speculating over the poster, let's think about what the Mythical is going to be, because, like I said before, the last two GoFests have had Mythicals featured in there. Now this is a stay-at-home GoFest, so maybe they're going to do away with that entirely, but I really think there's going to be one Mythical. And I don't know which one it's going to be, but my biggest suspicion is that it's going to be Shaman. And the reason why I say Shaman is because, I mean, let's go back to the poster real quick. It's like an outdoorsy park slash next to some houses suburban area, and Shaman's a little hedgehog. It kind of fits, and it's a little grassy hedgehog, and hedgehogs are pretty common in the UK and other places in Europe where they kind of like burrow around in people's gardens and stuff like that, so I honestly could really see Shaman coming in. Obviously not going to be shiny, but I would be down with it. It's a cute little grass-type mythical. It's not too special, but it does have an alternate flying form, which I don't know how they would introduce that. I really don't. Maybe they would introduce that a different way because it is a different form. So, because in the main series games, you gave it an item and it would transform, yada yada. Maybe for this one, it would just be a separate form that we get at a later date, and all we get is the little base form. But either way, I'd be down with it. The only other possible mythical that I could think of would be either Manaphy and Phione. These are actually a pair. So Manaphy is the big one. Like, I would expect us to get that as like an encounter to catch. But then Phione is interesting, because the only way you can get Phiones ever is because Manaphy lays eggs. But they only give birth to Phiones. They don't ever make other Manaphys, which is very interesting and strange. This is the first time a Mythical's ever done something like that. So maybe you encounter it, and then at the very end of your special research, maybe it's day 1 or day 2, you get an egg, but this egg is like a 50-kilometer egg. Like, this takes some time to hatch. But when you do, you hatch yourself a Phione. I'd be down with it. I think it's pretty cool, but I'm still leaning more towards Shaman. But either one, I'd be perfectly happy with. And if we get neither of them, whatever. Now that we've speculated as much as we can, it is time for the positive comment shoutout, and today it goes to Rogue SB Pogo. I'm not really sure if I will do Pinsir Raid Day. Already coped a Shundo when I battled Cliff a while back. Really? You have a 100% Shiny Shadow Pinsir? That is insane. That's actually really cool. I would die if I got a Shundo Shadow Pokemon. That's so cool. And Shadow Pinsir as a shiny looks evil and really cool. So honestly, huge congrats to you. I'm super jealous. That's awesome. And with all that being said, this is the end of the video. And if you've enjoyed it, and I really hope you have, please smash that like button for me. Show me some love. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell icon so you know when I upload. And also comment down below. Are you excited for this Go Fest? I mean, it sounds pretty amazing to me, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And if you really love my content and you want to help the channel grow some more, links to my Patreon are in the description box below. But with that being said, this is the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one.